ever watch Groundhog Day?
Like every day is the same thing. I feel like as soon as I pulled into the drive,
Like I feel like
I've already lived this day all over again. Not the entire day, just the end of the day. I just got a package because I ordered something, but
I already got one the other day.
day. So I don't know what the fuck this is. If it's the same, I mean, I'm not gonna complain if it's the same thing, but it's the same thing.
Weird.
Suspicious. Sorry. Anyway, I tried doing a video this morning and it came out a lot longer than I anticipated. I'm going to touch on a couple things and I'm going to try to speed through this because I'm tired of my fucking videos going like 20 or 30 minutes long.
I don't know what the fuck this is
either. Anyway, I'm probably not going to go out and work on the garage today just because I've already been on my feet most of the day. And I don't want to stress myself out over having all this energy and then just running straight and going forth towards that. I don't know. I just been thinking about this 42 pounds all day long, and I'm kind of bummed out. It's not the amount that I anticipated,
but I'm still impressed
at the same time, so to speak. It's kind of like, wow, man, like it really fucking lifted it. Quite honestly, I don't know how it did because something should have gave. I don't understand. I don't understand why all the grub screws held. I don't understand how the chain stayed on. I'm not complaining. I'm just astonished that it held up. Of course, it failed in the past. I know why it failed. You know, it twisted a shaft, and that was actually due to my miscalculation on when I grooved the shaft to put an E-clip in there. I grooved it a little too deep, and after it was all said and done, after I went back and reevaluated why did the shaft snap, I looked at it and considered, like, I didn't need an E-clip here. I didn't need an E-clip here. I didn't need one here either. You know, so that helped. Which also tells me that I may not have to harden every single shaft. But the Drawworks needs to be demolished, or, you know, I can put that on another rig, probably the first rig that I built, the Juggernaut. But there's no way that Drawworks is going to work, at least for its size. And I also considered too that, you know, in the past I'm trying to fit all this Drawworks up into well, if you look at any set of Drawworks, there's drums that, you know, you'll have a bubble where the fucking drum has to stick out because it's got a gigantic sprocket on this, you know, and I can make shields and shrouds for that all day long. That's no big deal. And I don't know why I had it in my mind that it had to all fit inside this box. So I need to make it a little bit narrower, and that'll also allow me to make some of these other shafts just a little bit narrower, and I'll be able to, you know, run everything on the outside. But to run it narrower is the reason I need to run it narrower is because I also need room for my lifting cylinders. But I'm trying to think of a new way that I could resituate the Drawworks and things like that, and I'm just not seeing it. Anyway, so once again, I mean, I still got to come up with a few more ideas on how to get the shivs mounted. I got an idea it's not written down yet, but I got an idea on how I want to build my pipe trailer and stuff, and I'm still lacking parts, but for the most part, I think I just about got everything ready. I just need to finish building some of the frameworks, and I get a Drawworks inset, you know, that I can kind of base all the rest of them off of until I change from this style to this style. So I got that. As far as everything else, I don't know. It's different. You know, I tried drinking again last night, and I actually drank a different brand. Woke up feeling the same this morning as I did yesterday morning when I actually had time to sleep in versus this morning I actually had to get up and go to work. And I think last night I ended up going to bed a little later than what I had the night before when I drank. Completely different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what the fuck has happened, but I feel like I have 100% and completely
been liberated,
so to speak. I don't know. And I don't know why I opened Bookface back up too, because it sucks. Like, it fucking sucks. No wonder I deleted this shit. I hate it. But that was in a dream. Open Facebook. You need to download Facebook, open it, download Facebook, open it. I don't know what the fuck Facebook has to do with anything, but whatever. And now all kinds of fucking people are sending me friend requests, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this shit. I don't know if you're wasting your time or not. Anyway, moving along. I don't know. It's the shit. You know, where I'm working is now kind of fucking weird too, because I was talking to the pilot about what he's gonna do, and we just kind of cussed and discussed. And I told him that this guy here has said you might as well stick around. We're gonna pay you. We're gonna bump your pay up, and and you also get commission. And I'm like, I don't know, because this company over here is paying their fucking drivers $18 an hour, and that's all they're doing is driving giant Tonka trucks. That's all they're doing. And this guy, I guess, he figured out somebody else's pay with overtime is what he's figuring out. That, what this guy's making prior and what he's taking home per year is about $52,000. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. He said it should be really close to $52,000. And I thought, wow, if they would have paid me that years in the past, I would have stuck around the first time and just tough shit out, But I wasn't making $52,000. I did have free room and board, but I mean, you take that away, and I would have only been making about 35, 36, give or take. So yeah, there's that. Which at the time, that opportunity actually went forth to pay for things that I actually went in the garage the other day, and I realized I have all the fucking tools I need, which was quite impressive, because when I was going through machining shafts and doing this and looking at this and thinking about that, and I'm just kind of like, wow. I'm like, man, I need this tool. And it's like, oh, hey, I fucking have one of those right here. I got some of these. It's like, cool, man. I don't have to go out and buy those, And it's like, I need some of these. Oh, hey, fuck yeah, I forgot I bought a set way back when. And so it is nice to know that I had that opportunity to go through and buy the tools that I have. Lathe, the bandsaw, my little welder, and some of this has had to have some kinks worked out in it, but that's the way the game goes, So it had been a prime opportunity, and then also at the time I was paying off fines, I was paying off fees, and I was paying off a pickup, and then I also bought a couple rig trucks at the time, and that kind of got me in the forward motion.
So
I'm kind of impressed with that too. Oh, also speaking about the Drawworks is the gearbox. I actually took that apart, and I had to machine a shaft to be able to fit a sprocket on there. I had to machine a shaft down, and then machine a sleeve to fit over that shaft, and then machine the sprocket to fit over that sleeve. So there's a sprocket over a sleeve, and the sleeve over a shaft. And I don't know why that like I said, that all should have slipped. It's just held on with a grub screw. It's quite freaky. the next thing I do want to get is a milling machine. Just a small benchtop milling machine. I don't need that CNC shit, or at least I don't want it. Not right now anyway. And I figured out too, I've got milling bits, and I've tried it on my drill press before, but at the time I didn't realize I've got it on the lowest gear setting. So this thing's spinning as slow as possible. Instead of being as fast as it can, it's spinning the slowest it can. So I need to consider that and maybe try it again. Try using my drill press as a milling machine again. Anyway, so anyway, I don't know if this guy's gonna say, hey, you know, we're gonna pay you $52,000 for your time for these months. And if that's the case, and then I turn around and buy a truck, and I do my own trucking thereafter, I think I'm looking at the forward of potentially making $80,000, $90,000 a year, working for a couple months straight or whatever, and then, you know, and if I did that right now, if I did that, it would suck, but if I did that, I'd be really smart if I took everything that I could and put it towards the house to just pay it off, maybe, and or putting all that money to fix the house. There's a lot of things that I do want to do to the house. The plumbing sucks in the fucking bathroom, but everything else is good. However, underneath the house, everything goes from PVC to cast iron, back to PVC, back to a small piece of cast iron, back to PVC for, you know, 3 or 4 feet, and then back to cast iron, and then back to PVC and out the house. No fucking need for that. I also want to upgrade the water lines. Instead of 1/2 inch, I want to go to 3/4 inch or 1 inch. I really just kind of want to do 1 inch. And I would like to add on to the back of the house and put a laundry room upstairs so that the basement can be used strictly for either a bedroom, an office, maybe like a movie theater type room, because it's got a low ceiling and it's more of an elongated room. I've thought about just building a wall in the middle of that and just kind of having the front area is just like a small storage, and then having like some type of secret door where you can kind of go into like a gun room maybe, or like a small man cave, maybe a game room or whatnot. I don't know. Being that it's just me, it's not like it would get used very often. I hardly ever have any guests, and I don't have no kids or nothing down there, so so yeah, you know, that part of my life is looking out real fucking bright, huh?
Forgot what else I was going to touch on.
Anyway, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know what I want to do with
myself. I want to make more money financially, but still yet have the time to do the things I need to do. Most people have a spouse, a wife, a girlfriend, or somebody that they can depend on to fucking help them fix this or help them fix that. You know, when they come home, the yard's mowed because their old lady fucking pulled the mower out and did the mowing because this guy was working late. Well, fuck, if I'm working late 8 nights a week, I don't have time to go out there and fucking mow the yard. You know? And that's the shit's into this game here that I've fucking been living in. Anyway,
so yeah, there's that.
I gotta get off here. I gotta find something to eat. I ate at lunch, but I'm fucking hungry again.